I think about a lot of things that have happened to me, and I'm like, you didn't take that seriously enough. And it's a defense mechanism. It's your brain trying to, keep you from freaking out and having a mental breakdown from some of the crazy situations that you've been in. All my nonchalant girlies and guys out there, please, y'all. God did not give you feelings and emotions for no reason. You're not supposed to be led by them, but you are supposed to feel them. You are supposed to have them. Please care. Please start to care. Please stop trying to be a zombie. Stop trying to be heartless. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Fighting feelings doesn't mean you don't experience feelings. It means that you do it beyond that. You go beyond that feeling. You don't let your emotions control you. You don't allow a temporary feeling, a temporary mood to dictate how you conduct yourself overall. And in my past, I was gung-ho about being completely and utterly unbothered about everything. Let me just say that everybody who calls themselves a Christian is not automatically safe. We do not use our discernment based off of a denomination, off of a religious title. We don't just put our guard down because someone is Christian. I have learned that the hardest of ways.
Level up loading. Level up loading. Level up loading.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Level Uploading Fight Feelings Face Facts with yours truly, Shay.
Hey!
I hope everyone's doing well on this marvelous day. So a situation occurred online that really just kind of, I guess you could say, triggered me in a sense. I won't go too far into details because it's really not my story to tell, but yeah, it just triggered me. And not in the sense of like the situation or my interaction with the person, but the headspace that I was in of being so incredibly hard-hearted and nonchalant that I constantly and continually just dismissed traumatic and weird things that happened to me by other people, by loved ones, family members. I just pushed a lot of things to the back burner. And unfortunately, that is something that my community does a lot of times. It's one of those situations where the more disconnected that you are, the more quote unquote peaceful you are in your life. And it's just really sad because it's like, what if I wasn't the nonchalant, brush it off my shoulders and keep it pushing person? Would I have put a stop to this? Would I have been able to keep another woman from experiencing, or at least to sound the alarm so that other women would be at least warned about the weird behavior, let's say that. Now, let me just say that everybody who calls themselves a Christian is not automatically safe. We do not use our discernment based off of a denomination, off of a religious title. We don't just put our guard down because someone is Christian. I have learned that the hardest of ways. And unfortunately, in my youth, I did not have that level of discernment. And not only that, I just was a silly girl. I was a silly do it for the plot type of girl at that time. And I put myself in some situations that could have ended terribly wrong and truly could have been dangerous, but I'm just so thankful that the Lord saw fit to keep me and allow me to not be harmed and not be completely just, I didn't get any of the ramifications that really could have and should have come from some of the decisions that I was making back then. Hi beautiful people, I just wanted to pop in real quick and say if you have not subscribed, please do so now. Leave a comment, talk to me. I want to hear from you. Back to the episode. Now, that's not to say that I left that part of my life unscathed. That's definitely not to say that I have had some scary situations. And unfortunately, that one was one of them. I think I was just so desensitized and so hell-bent, pun intended, on being a zombie, on being unbothered, on being nonchalant and not feeling. And the things that we feed ourselves really matters. This is the no feelings, no stealings, unbothered queen, nonchalant girlies, the that was the era that was in. And although it was my choice to indulge in that type of activity and mindset, I was a product of my environment and also of the things that I was consuming. And it's just so crazy to look back, and it's like, I think about a lot of things that have happened to me, and I'm like, you didn't take that seriously enough. And it's a defense mechanism. It's your brain trying to, keep you from freaking out and having a mental breakdown from some of the crazy situations that you've been in. But like seeing someone cry super loudly about something and value themselves and value their experiences and their, what's the word? Just to value themselves enough to say, nope, I'm not standing for this. It's very triggering because who I am now and who I was then, totally different people. And me now, I would like to believe that I would not only cry loud, I would be aggressive in getting justice and seeking out a way to warn others and keep them from falling into pits that I myself have either fallen in or escaped from. And so I just want to make this quick episode for everyone out here who lives in this world that we are in, where everyone is trying to care the least and care less and stay less, and it ain't nothing to cut them off, and who cares, and on to the next, on to the next. But that is not how we are to live our lives. The Bible says that the Lord renews us, restores us, gives us a new heart. Our heart is not supposed to be stone, it's supposed to be flesh. We're supposed to be able to feel things. We're supposed to fight feelings though and face facts. We're supposed to still experience the feelings in order to fight them. You might not feel like working out today, but you gotta face the fact that back is getting big. You gotta go. You might not feel like getting up and cooking, but you gotta face the fact that you gotta eat. Your kids gotta eat. Your husband gotta eat. Your family needs you. You might not feel like going to work, but you need that money. That's a fact. You need that money for your home. So fighting feelings doesn't mean you don't experience feelings. It means that you do it beyond that. You go beyond that feeling. You don't let your emotions control you. You don't allow a temporary feeling, a temporary mood to dictate how you conduct yourself overall. And in my past, I was gun-ho about being completely and utterly unbothered about everything. I got robbed on the street, mugged, fought a man, rolling around in the mud with a man for my purse. And what did I do? I went home, cleaned myself up, and I headed back out the door. Now listen, to me that makes perfect sense, because guess what? I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be scared. I don't want the spirit of fear to take over me. I need to be able to still conduct myself and not settle in that space where someone has tried to violate me. But sis, you could have took a couple minutes. You could have took a couple minutes to feel. You could have took a couple minutes to cry. You could have took a couple minutes to actually feel the violation and to feel the emotion that comes with someone attacking you, trying to steal from you because they didn't get it. And please, y'all, don't be like me. Just give them the stuff. It's not worth it. People be having weapons. I'm just telling you my experience. I'm thankful that the man who did that did not have a weapon, did not do anything other than fight me. But please, y'all, it's just material things. But what did I do? I bragged about winning the fight. I bragged about him not getting anything. I bragged about surviving it, and I went on about my way. But I handled it in a nonchalant way where the feelings just repressed, just goes away. I get in a situation with an ex domestically. What do? Everything's fine the next day. No big deal. Like, this is a person who loved for years, and they have escalated to a point of putting their hands on you, but the next day you're fine. Like, make that make sense, guys. It's not realistic. I should have in those moments been facing the facts that, hey, this person is showing you who they are. No matter how many years it took for you to get there, They're showing you that they have the ability to harm you. Despite whatever love they might claim to feel, they can hurt you and they don't have a problem with doing it. And they're slowly showing you the escalations, looking back, slowly showing you the escalations. I will even tell you a story about that. I was talking to my mom and sister about this. If I can find the pictures, I will post them. But there was a situation where I had just flat ironed my hair. Took hours, wash day. So I washed it, blow dried it, flat ironed it. I was really feeling myself. I had a little, and this was when I was wearing my natural hair. So it took a lot of upkeep, but it is what it is. And this person got upset with me. And this is before the quote unquote domestic stuff. Although this was also a form of it, they got upset with me about something. I can't even remember the reason of the argument. And they threw iced tea on me, on my freshly done hair. So my hair was just like sticky. And mind you, I'm natural, don't have any type of relaxer on my hair at all. So the wash day was pointless. My time, effort, energy was pointless. They threw this iced tea on me. And what did I do in my dramatic response of trying to be nonchalant about everything? I just sat there and made a joke out of it. And although I was doing it to irritate them, and that worked really well, let's be clear. I sat and I was posing, oh, this is a cute hairstyle, and playing with a CVS, doing them long CVS receipts. I'm gonna try to find the pictures. I'm pretty sure I got them on my Facebook. But that was a tiptoe step of abuse. That was a tiptoe step of showing that I'm about to escalate. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not even be this year, but my anger and my frustration towards you and my disposition towards you is becoming violent. It's becoming to the point where I don't care about your efforts or what you're doing. I don't care about hurting you. And this beverage is going to do the damage this time. But next time I'm going to throw a cup. Next time I'm going to throw them hands. You get what I'm saying? And it did escalate. And looking back, I'd seen the escalations and how it slowly drifted into that moment, that final moment. But if I had not been so nonchalant and actually took the time to feel how I felt, process it, think it through, I probably would have left then before I was being micro abused. Death by 1,000 cuts. And that's not to say that I was perfect. I definitely, I don't want to sit here and make it seem like I was just a perfect angel. Like, if I know I can't beat you, but I can cut you with my words, and make you feel like you have been cut too. So I don't want to sit here and play angel, but I never escalated to a point of physicality and, mental abuse, emotional abuse. It was rebuttals, but in the rebuttals, I was being completely and utterly violent. So I can sit there and take accountability and say that my responses, I should not have retaliated. I should have just eliminated and got myself out of there before I stooped. And every time that I've had a regret about how I responded, it's me stooping to a level that was not mine to stoop to. I was a child then. If I really sit and think about it, I was a child. I was mature in a lot of ways, but I was also immature in a lot of ways. And that was something that was worked against me and for me. And that nonchalance has kept me safe in a lot of ways, but it has harmed others in a lot of ways, because a lot of people have gotten away with a lot of stuff that they should not have. A lot of people who are, even to this day, I have forgiven, who I have had to consciously forgive, have done things to me that I would not have expected them to do. And in me not speaking up about those things, I leave other people susceptible to them. You know what I mean? And you don't want to make everything a Me Too movement. You don't want to make everything a witch hunt or a pile on. Why did you wait to bring this up when everybody else is talking about it now? And it's like, that's not what you want to do. But if there's a pattern, like me seeing the different patterns of other women experiencing this, I'm like, if I had spoke about this 15 years ago, I don't know if that's that long ago. How old am I? Anyway, 10, 15 years ago, if I had spoke out about this, would these ladies have had these experiences? Would these ladies have had the struggle? If I had been more vocal about this stuff, if I had actually cared enough to care about other people, if I had cared enough to care about myself, would this have happened? And I know that the Bible is the main thing that I'll talk about on here, but I also want to talk about the fact that we are a podcast that discusses feelings and facts, and the feeling of wanting to brush and push things under the rug just to get past it. It does not change the fact that you've been traumatized. The feeling of wanting to just be the cool girl and get over things and forgive easily and move on, even when people play your face consistently back to back to back to back, does not change the fact that that resentment and that bitterness builds up in your heart, and it hardens your heart, and it keeps you from true connection because you're so traumatized from the old stuff. And that is something that I'm working on myself because honey, listen. Honey, listen. I've been through some things, and when the time comes for me to share them, I will. But I don't want to use my platform for gossip or rumors or any of that. But I also understand the importance of your testimony. So if there's things that I've lived through, gone through, that I can share that would actually be helpful to other women, I'm going to do it. And it's just going to have to be what it is. So yeah. All my nonchalant girlies and guys out there, please, y'all. God did not give you feelings and emotions for no reason. You're not supposed to be led by them, but you are supposed to feel them. You are supposed to have them. Please care. Please start to care. Please stop trying to be a zombie. Stop trying to be heartless. Stop trying to be something that you're not. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay for your feelings to be hurt. It's okay for you to feel sad. It's okay for people to disappoint you. It's okay for you to be happy and enjoy and peace. Just like it's okay for you to have happy feelings, it's okay for you to have sad feelings, but you don't let your feelings dictate how you move in this world. And on that note, guys, I'm going to call this episode 1. Let me know if you guys have experienced anything similar, if you have ever had any domestic situations, or if you have seen a situation where if you had spoke up, possibly you could have saved someone else instead of just pushing it to the back. If you had actually spoken up and revealed something, you may have saved another person from some trauma. Share your story. It's a safe space. I want this to be a safe space for us to share. And yeah, I guess this will be another impromptu episode. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. We're reaching new